Dwight is the biggest fool in the world. He took the fall for his boss, spending 25 years in prison. He thought that on the day he was released, his boss would throw a big party, welcome him home, erase all his pain. But when he returned home, he saw the dark side of human nature.
Have a seat.
At the head of the table.
That ain't the head, that's the ass.
Witty.
Dwight had once been the second in command of a gang, but that position was taken by his boss's son. The territory he fought so hard for was long gone, taken by others. Even the subordinates who once looked up to him were now leading their own factions. He took the fall for his boss, serving 25 years. Now that he was out, he got nothing in return. What he expected was a reasonable reward.
What do you think? We're not gonna take care of you.
Seeing Dwight's frustration, the boss standing next to him finally spoke up. Ursula was a desolate, remote town. Clearly, the gang had exiled him there. That's when he realized the true horror of human nature. But he still looked at his old boss, the man who once stood by him and felt nothing but disappointment. The code of honor he once lived by now seemed like a joke. His wife left him the day he was in prison. As for his daughter, they hadn't spoken in 18 years because she hated him.
Now you got the balls to tell me that after everything I've been through, after everything I've lost, after everything I've done for this family, your family, there's nothing left for me! Hey!
But some people just don't understand the rules and still dare to point fingers. They should know. When Dwight became famous, that person was still in diapers. Dwight taught him a lesson with his fists. At that moment, Dwight accepted the reality. There's no point in saying anything to these ruthless, ungrateful people, even if it's Ursula. After all, 75 is a good time for a breakthrough. Starting over isn't scary. These people will never imagine that Dwight would build a crime empire in Ursula, comparable to the mafia. He had just stepped out of the airport. A taxi driver picked him up. From that moment, Dwight's entrepreneurial plan officially began. Maybe he sensed the gangster vibe Dwight was giving off. The driver immediately became interested. The driver said he liked the way crime worked. Dwight was ready to show him what real crime life looked like. Just then, they passed by a marijuana shop and discovered Ursula didn't have any gangs. Dwight immediately saw a business opportunity. There was only one security guard in the store, completely defenseless, and no surveillance cameras. The receptionist looked weak. If anyone wanted to rob this place, it would be way too easy. Dwight told the driver to call the boss out, but the employees didn't dare leave their posts. The security guard heard the noise and came over, telling them to leave. Facing Dwight, an elderly man with white hair, the guard thought he could easily handle the situation, but he didn't realize who he was dealing with. Dwight grabbed the driver's thermos and smashed it hard into the guard's head. Looks like fists are the ultimate truth. Soon the boss came out. He thought they were robbing the place, but didn't realize Dwight just wanted to see his transaction records. The boss started suspecting that Dwight might be from the tax department.
Are you from the government?
I just knocked your guard out. Cold, and you think I'm a CPA?
What Dwight didn't expect was that this small shop was quite profitable. But the problem was, the boss said he kept all the money in the bank. This made Dwight unhappy. You keep dirty money in the bank. Do you think I'm easy to fool? After Dwight's education, the boss had no choice but to open the safe. To Dwight's surprise, there was $5 million inside. But Dwight's actions stunned the boss. He only took a small portion and said that from now on, he would take 20% weekly. In exchange, Dwight guaranteed that his store would not be harassed by any gangs.
Do we have a deal?
Do I have a choice?
Absolutely.
Dwight knew that to take root in Ursula, he needed to think long-term. Thus, he got the first funding for his gang, since he was going to be a crime boss. He needed a decent car. He pulled out some cash and had the driver go buy one. The driver would become his personal chauffeur.
$2 grand a week.
My gangster!
The driver was immediately thrilled. Working with Dwight was way better than driving a taxi. However, he didn't expect the driver to mess up the first task.